The melody of Margaret Bonds. Once upon a time, in a lively city called Chicago, a little girl named Margaret Bonds was born in 1913. Who was she? She loved music from a young age, and her talent shone brightly as she grew up. Bonds was one of the first African American women to become a well-known composer in the United States. Her love for music. Her grandmother was a talented pianist as well as her mother. Her father was a teacher, so Margaret grew up surrounded by creativity and learning. She would listen to her grandmother play beautiful melodies on the piano, and her heart would dance with the notes. She loved listening to her grandmother play the piano. The old piano creaked and groaned, but when her grandmother's fingers touched the keys, it sang beautiful songs that filled the whole house. One day, while listening intently, Margaret asked, "Can I learn to play too?" Her grandmother smiled warmly. "Of course, my dear. Music is a gift we can all share." So, with her grandmother's guidance, Margaret began her musical journey. She practiced every day, her tiny fingers dancing over the keys, just like the birds fluttering outside. Margaret practiced hard and soon started writing her own songs. She believed that music could tell stories and express feelings, and she wanted her music to inspire others. When she was about 10 years old, Margaret wrote her first song. It was full of happy sounds, inspired by the joyful spirituals she heard in church. Margaret loved how music could tell stories and make people feel different emotions. She loved to combine the rhythms and melodies of African American spirituals with classical music. This unique blend made her songs sound joyful and full of life. Facing challenges. When Margaret was a teenager, she moved to New York City, a place buzzing with art and culture. During Margaret's time, it was challenging for women, especially African American women, to succeed in music. Many people didn't believe she could be a composer. But Margaret was determined. She studied hard, practiced daily, and never gave up on her dreams. Making history. Margaret Bonds became one of the first African American women to gain recognition as a composer. One of her most famous pieces is The Ballad of the Brown King, which celebrates Black culture and history. She became involved in the Harlem Renaissance, collaborating with other notable artists, including poet Langston Hughes, whose words she often set to music. Inspiring others. Throughout her life, Margaret taught music to children and inspired many young musicians. She believed that everyone should have the chance to express themselves through music. Margaret's work showed that music can share important stories and bring joy to people's lives. Legacy. Margaret Bonds' music remains influential today, celebrated for its emotional depth and cultural significance. She paved the way for future generations of composers and musicians, inspiring many to embrace their heritage and express themselves through music. She passed away on April 26, 1972. Key lessons from Margaret Bonds' life: follow your passion. Margaret loved music and pursued it despite challenges. Be resilient, even when faced with obstacles. She never gave up on her dreams. Inspire others. Sharing your talents can inspire those around you. Margaret Bonds' life teaches us that with hard work and determination, we can achieve our dreams and make a difference through our passions.